Hello, this is not a spring chicken. This background right here, we're doing a tour here in Southern California, different locations for Name It when it comes to entertainment, or Name It for entertainment. But one of the things this reminds me of when we picked this one today is former President Jimmy Carter has gone into the hospital, and so this makes me think of the Old South and Carter.
Okay.
So the first building you saw was one of the, big famous. It had Gone with the Wind over there at that last one. But here, we're still here in Culver City, and we were taking a look at one of these hotels. Oh, I guess we should bring on Oldecam with comments on the headlines of today, right?
Yeah.
I know, because we get involved in all of these things, but Obama seeks ways to wiretap the internet.
Well, yeah, because basically he wants to know what everybody is saying. He can't get his net neutrality thing, so he's trying to backdoor it by ordering companies to provide him with means of breaking companies' encryptions if they don't sign in with him.
And Democrats believe people are stupid, which is why they don't understand the great things that have been done for them.
Well, yeah, they basically once again this morning called them stupid again. That if they don't come out and vote for him and the Democratic Party, the Republicans are going to destroy their nation because they're the party of no. Well, as has been pointed out enough, the Democrats control the presidency, they control the House, they control the Senate, and they have two gimme votes every time on money spending. So Republicans don't stop anything from happening. Only the Democrats do.
And Obama pledges longer school day, but more weeks in school and less holiday time, and more teachers and bigger, better schools.
I know. That's, because it means he wants $180 billion more to improve the school system. And they said, well, the Republicans, they want to get rid of all of this. Well, yeah, because it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't work, they can't seem to get it through their heads. It doesn't work.
Oh, should we just call it bigger, better daycare through the school system?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you have to hire more teachers, which means more union salaries.
Oh, is that what it is? Government refuses to talk about 500 trucks rolling up and down streets able to see into your homes without a warrant. None of the woman's that.
Yeah, they got trucks that can X-ray automobiles, cars. They said they were meant for war zones, and Obama ordered them to be able to have surveillance on people's houses and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Basically, they roam up and down streets in this nation at random, taking pictures of inside of everybody's homes without any warrants.
Oh, interesting.
Amazing, isn't it?
Obama, of course, if George Bush had done something like that, you could have really heard everybody
Well, I know,
screaming.
but there's difference because Obama needs it because he doesn't have net neutrality. And he doesn't.
That's why?
Well, no, he wants to be able to know what everybody's doing, and they're not letting him do it, so he's going to just do it or go working in the realm. It's unconstitutional. He doesn't care, though. Well, because he's never read the Constitution, folks.
Well, see, the other option was to do it in through your television sets, right?
Well, that they can do also. You
Yeah.
can also turn a television set into a transmitter if you know how.
And Obama's disappointed in Israel over settlements.
The guy's a total and absolute fruitcake. He thinks that they're going to give in to the Republican. They're going to give in. The Israelis will give in to the Muslims because Obama says it should be done.
I always thought this was one of the coolest buildings. I never realized it was a hotel.
Well, yeah, it's a hotel. Just look at the thing.
If you look at the detail, even under the roof, it's pretty amazing.
Basically, a lot of movie companies have used this thing as they've used the interiors. They've came off the roof because if you look up above the detail, you've seen people hanging by their fingernails up there.
And the income gap between the richest and poorest Americans grew last year to its widest amount on record.
Well, it's because if you're working and the other person isn't, you definitely have an income gap, don't you?
I guess so.
But Obama wants to use it as class warfare again. The rich are making money and the poor aren't. Well, if the poor aren't working, they're not making money, and the people that are working are now being called millionaires by Obama.
And it's all over for the Tea Party as a loyal Democratic supporter of Obama proves they are racist on Fox News.
I saw that, yes. They have these people standing outside the Tea Party events with racist signs, which actually aren't any worse than what they said about any president. But you got to remember that black supporters of Obama think anything is racist because you're trying to get rid of a great American.
And Democrats cheer that despite the bad economy, people don't want farm work.
Basically, if you've never worked on a farm, you know that it's very difficult to work on a farm. I grew up working.
It is hard labor.
No, but if you've done it, you don't think anything of it. The problem is, if you haven't done it, it's a new skill to be learned. But Okay, I know lots of kids. I used to know kids in Southern California that would get out of school at the beginning of the year in order to help the families with the farm. So it's not something, you don't have to bring Latinos in to do it. All you got to do is just show people how it's done.
And spill panel, federal confusion lost public trust in President Bush.
I know, isn't that a good one? That's what they said, that it was the problem wasn't Obama's, it was Bush's problem. He didn't set the procedure up right, and because it wasn't set up right, Obama had to deal with Bush's problems. Bush was out of office by over a year and a half, but Obama blamed the spill now. It's totally George Bush's spill, not Obama's.
Oh, you're talking about the spill that just happened in the Gulf?
Yeah.
Is that what they're...
That's what they're talking about. It was George Bush's fault.
Yeah, Republican Party's pledge to America is a big disappointment.
It's a total and absolute farce, that thing. I've got the whole thing, we're going to talk about it. But basically, they don't... It's the same old same from the Republican Party leadership that basically the Tea Party is not going to accept it, so it's ridiculous.
New York Muslim Center aims to prevent terror attack.
I know, but that's the same thing. They're threatening. If you don't give us the Muslim Center, you're going to have a terrorist attack.
And for a decade, oh yeah,
Yep.
we're afraid.
Yep.
For a decade, the Bush tax were just for the rich. Now they seem to be more for the middle class, except for the greedy rich, 3%.
I know, isn't that amazing that they've all of a sudden shifted gears? Oh, but this morning, it's a $4 trillion giveaway to the wealthy by the Republicans, of which $700 million is going to be given to the most wealthy. Well, I see, the problem is Obama cannot add. If $700 billion is going to the public, that's 3.3 trillion that's not going to the rich, so it's not a giveaway to the wealthy. They can't keep their facts straight, and they can't. Actually, we're going to be tomorrow explaining how Obama learned his math. He learned it from the School of Abbott and Costello.
Oh, actually, we'll have to bring out the marker board with all.
Yeah, I'm going to show you how that 7 goes into 28 13 times tomorrow.
Okay, and Election Day is already over for many Floridians as early voting surges.
I know. Anybody remember how he became president of the United States? 6 weeks early, the voting started. It's supposed to start a maximum a week before, but the Democrats have managed to, in order to make certain that they can get black voters out and other people, they start voting 6 weeks early in a lot of places
Well, now. I noticed you said early voting surges, so they're already voting? I thought voting wasn't starting.
And the voting is all heavily, that's what they were talking this morning, all the internal data by the polling people show that the early voting is all heavily for the Democratic Party, which means it looks bad for the Republicans. No, it means that the people that are going to vote for the Democrats will have came out by the time Election Day is here.
And Obama urged to use spill fines to restore the Gulf.
First of all, it's against the law. Second, he said there is no problem in the Gulf. So therefore, they said that...
Well, he kind of forgets.
They said this morning that he's going to ask Congress, but he doesn't think Congress, because the Republicans will care enough about the problems in the Gulf to change the law. But he has already said there is no problems in the Gulf. That money basically will go to his fund for spending.
Well, you can't have it both ways. Like, there's no problem with the Gulf, and then you need money to pay for all of it.
I know. But Democrats want it both ways. That's the whole trick.
GOP learns a key issue isn't voters' top concern.
They don't care about abortion rights. They don't care about gay rights. They want the cruddy spending stopped and the government to be gotten under control. The Republicans have no intention to stop spending.
And new rule, rich people who complain about being vilified should be vilified.
Isn't that amazing? That basically the people that do all the hiring and all the spending, according to the Democrats, are slime, and they should be eliminated from the face of this earth like a bug.
And Wisconsin neighborhood becomes island as levee weekends.
Yeah, I think I'd get the people out of that neighborhood because it's a sand levee, which means it's going to give, folks.
And Japan's export growth slows for the 6th month.
Yeah, but don't worry. The economy, thanks to stimulus spending, which now 50% of the people of the world say the stimulus spending by their countries didn't work.
And the IRS to save $10 million by not mailing tax forms next year.
Isn't that amazing? Because then they said so many people do it online. If the minority people had online, Obama would be doing a lot better than what he's doing. But everybody that lost their jobs and don't have work basically dumped the online services, folks.
I think they forget about that.
I know, but it's Democrats.
And RIM introduces the BlackBerry Playbook tablet.
They said too little, too late. It won't be out until after the holiday season. So once again,
Are you serious?
I said RAM once again has screwed themselves. So,
I thought it was going to be...
Nope, they said it's not going to be available until after everybody's already got theirs out. And basically there's be no market for it. There's not even going to be... They'll have demos available for CES, but none for sale.
Virus hits Iran nuclear program.
The United States was at fault, of course.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Actually, this one I heard from the actor Ben Johnson when he accepted the Academy Award. He said, the problem with being old is that you're old.